In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pods and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
What happened to Charles? He was here when I started the stream. Oh well. There he is. Anyway, that was weird. Welcome to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and it's called Best Gen because just me on the panel happens to be from the Best Gen, and we've adopted Charles into it, and he just left again. But we will pursue. The show must go on. We happen to think our generation is the best one, not because, we're better people, but our movies and entertainment certainly were. So strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps churning out of its sledge pipes on a daily basis. How is everybody doing on this esteemed panel? How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Charles? Are you here?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay.
It's been a rough week, actually. It's the least of my issues.
Well,
my car just broke down on 4th of July, so
fun. That's
we're good.
America breaking down cars. Perfect. It's going to be an interesting show because David and... Wait a second. David and Dark Jared won't be able to make it. I haven't heard back from Jared, but he was here last week, so sometimes he does every other week when he's busy. It might just be us two, and it might just be me if Charles' internet keeps going in and out. Yep, there he goes again. So we're also we're supposed to get the angry Mexican on the show tonight as well. He might join later. He went to go see Jurassic World Afterbirth, and he was going to report in on it because I don't want to see it.
Okay.
And it looks like okay. Most people don't want me to have to watch that movie either. So keep voting in that poll if you want me to actually watch this movie. Don't make me go see Jurassic World. We've got some lovely people in chat. We've got Mark Clark, who wants us to play that funky music. Joshua Templeton, who wants me to write a song about how desperate the Save Watt hashtag in movement is. Yeah, it got weirder this week. They
Oh dear.
they organized choirs, and by choir I mean 6 people, to go sing in front of the studios. And they paid some news outlet to report on it. I think it Screen Rant? It might have been Screen Rant. It was one of those horrible news outlets that reported, fans are flocking to the studios and singing outside of their gates to renew Watt. It's pretty desperate. To write a song about it, though, that sounds like a great idea. I would need to be kicked in the face with some inspiration, though. Like, I need a good hook. That's the problem. That's my problem. I'm a musician and a perfectionist, and so I don't like doing something unless it's good. You know, I wouldn't want to just put out a crappy song. But I will think about it. I will ruminate on that idea, and if I'm blessed from the music gods with inspiration, that's not a terrible idea for a video. That's kind of like the other problem is that's it. Like, that's the content of the song would be, wow, this is a joke. You know? And if I wanted more content, I would have to dive into it and actually get like tweets and write that into the lyrics. And that sounds like not a lot of fun. But I'll think. I'll think. Maybe I'll come up with an idea. Yeah, Mark likes that idea too. Fadeon is taking a break from Death Stranding 2 to join the stream. Thanks. Gadfly Fiction, good to see you again. Howdy, folks. Man, the clips I've seen from Death Stranding 2 have been wild.
I haven't seen any clips. What's happening with Death
lots of
Stranding 2?
feet stuff with the. Is it Dakota Fanning? Is that She takes her shoes off to use her magic powers, her oil powers. So good on you, Hideo Kojima. I don't know how to say his. You need to revote. The keys were slow and you picked the wrong answer. Ah, sorry. Sorry about that. No revotes. Just isn't done. It seems like Charles's internet is fixed. Let's see who else is here.
Yes.
If you were Charles, can you move the table? Sorry. If you're here, Charles. Oh, okay, got it. You're asking his spirit. Got it. Where is Sans? Because he's going in and out. Got it. $1.99 from Mark Clark. Shoot. This was in response to something.
The votes. He wants you to watch it.
Oh, okay. No, it's not called Afterbirth. It's called Rebirth. But I made a joke. I'm really proud of this title. Not all my titles are bangers, but this one's great. Jurassic World Afterbirth plops out onto the box office. I couldn't decide between plops out into theaters or box office, but you know, it's not doing great compared to the franchise, so that's why we went with box office. WWHD. Who is the H here? What would? Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, no, we know what the H is.
Yeah. Well, what did he do? Just, it might be prudent to know what he would do.
Salty.
You know?
I didn't watch the movie. The Angry Mexican did, and he was supposed to give us a report. He might show up later on the stream. But let's look at the numbers, though. But Salty, I forgot. That's what I forgot. I forgot to put on the thumbnail, the 28 years later, which I watched, and I texted you. I kind of liked it. I liked it. I really liked 28 years later.
I haven't got there yet.
I do understand where Salty was coming from when he was saying it was feminist KYS propaganda, but I disagree. I don't think that's what the movie was saying. I don't think, like, there's stuff, it covers those themes. I don't think the movie was saying, hey, it's good to just game end, you know.
That interesting.
But we'll talk about it when we get to it. Oh, you got the idea from Streve's live stream about the Save Watt song. Yes, yeah. I haven't seen that stream yet. I need to. Oh, did they make up new songs? I thought they were just singing like the Hills of Tanchico and the Manetheren. Sing for Manetheren. Because those are the only two original songs in the show.
That is a bit concerning if they're singing the Hills of Tangico.
Yeah, but here's those all of the 28 days, weeks, years movies have been pseudo-intellectual. They explore, they're pretentious. They're pretentious zombie movies, and I kind of like them. They pay, yeah. So no. So I need to know. I didn't see the cameo they paid for because it got removed from Reddit. So I don't know. I saw that they did a cameo. They paid someone to say like save water or something like that, and I don't know who it was because I can't. It's gone. So please tell me who they paid money to do this thing. I need an update. I was asking on Discord and no one responded. James Worthy. Oh, just an NBA. So like a guy who had nothing to do with the show. Just
a random celeb.
Just a basketball guy. That's it. I don't know. I know nothing about
sports. Was he in the show?
No. They just got to. Let me see if I can.
Here's the thing: is there a website where you can look at? Oh,
here.
Yeah, they probably went to the website Cameo.
James Worthy. Okay. No. Yeah. So what happened?
And they just found some random.
Here, give me a second.
Maybe I don't know.
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up. Just
give
me a second.
I'm sorry.
I got it right here. Look, for context, this is what happened. On the Watch Show Reddit, they were like, look who supports the show too. And it was a video of someone who the Cameo website. They paid money to say, hey, can you say
got
this?
It.
And then people are like, what do you mean you reached out to this person? You just paid him money to read it. That's what Cameo is. So
it got removed because is it illegal to take those cameos out of context and take them to make them live?
I don't know. I've never done it because
make them appear literally
a silly thing. So
it is. I gotta see. I'm sure there's jokes.
I'm sure there might be a problem with doing that, but they weren't taking it out of context. They just posted the video and it's clear. Like I think it has the Cameo logo, but
right. Anyways, so I'm just wonder if they took it down because of legal issues or they took it down because everyone was hating on him, which I think both likely.
They were singing the Manetheren song, but kept saying "gay" better. But is this a typo or is there a lyric that sounds like "gay"? Sing for Manetheren, sing for the gay better. I don't know. Or the song kept getting gayer every time they would sing it. Who knows? Yeah, talk about trying to artificially create traction for the movement. There is no traction for the movement. You offered to get a cameo for Danny Bandici celebrating the show's celebration. Ooh, that would be a troll. That would be fun. Maybe we should pool our monies together, huh? Or we could get someone from the show to do a cameo for yay, it's over. That'd be great. You're the one that pointed this out, the Wycliffe and Stevie. Okay. Yeah, the audio was terrible. I'm not going to play them. I won't subject your ears to that torture. They're not great at singing. So. And the quality was bad. This isn't a blank screen.
Wait, what's it in response to?
What? In response to what?
Yeah, what's Mark Block responding to?
Oh, he's just calling you a Nazi. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
The voice actor. You could get Jafar. That'd be fun. You need a good script.
Is that the original Jafar or is that the live action Jafar?
Please don't say those words ever again.
Well, I'm just saying because I'd pay for the original
gross.
Jafar. I would not pay for the live action one.
Yeah, I don't consider him Jafar.
Right.
There you go. Look, there's your answer, Charles. You were interrupting me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There we go. Okay, so Jurassic Park was a banger in theaters, and this was a long time ago. So this was a lot more money back then. And then Lost World did okay. Jurassic Park 3 was fine, right? Also, these budgets are tiny, so they made a ton of money. Oh, but wow, the global box office was even huger. That's double. That's double the domestic.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Okay, hold on.
Oh no. Wait. Why does this say a different number? Jurassic Park 3. That's a different number. Maybe it just goes off the chart. Look, this is a similar number. And then this is way off. There's 100,000 missing. I don't know what that's about. Jurassic Park did great. Jurassic Park 3 did not do great globally. That's horrible. That's sad. But anyway, Jurassic World was gangbusters. It did really well. Got almost 2 billion globally. I believe when it came out, it was the fastest movie to 100,000. Or to 100 million, sorry. I think it got there on like day 2. It was a lot. It performed really well. Yeah. I don't think Jurassic World is a good movie, but I enjoyed watching it. It was fun. It didn't take itself seriously, and Chris Pratt, being Chris Pratt, was entertaining and charming. And then Fallen Kingdom thought, hey, let's take all of the good parts that people enjoyed from Jurassic World and removed them completely. Chris Pratt didn't have any dialogue in that scene. It was just him running in that movie. Yeah, they didn't let Chris Pratt be Chris Pratt, and that movie was horrible. And Dominion was somehow even worse, but they still made a ton of money, which makes me lose a little bit of faith in humanity. But the point of the story was the best one to compare this new one with is Dominion, right? Because they have similar budget and they're close together. It's not performing horribly in the box office. We don't have today's numbers, obviously, which we could safely assume is at least 20,000, probably hovering around the same 25. This was a Wednesday release, right? The second was Wednesday.
Forgot.
That's a super early release too. So they're trying to. It's not a horrible opening, so it'll be slightly more than this, 100,000. But compared to Dominion, that the first weekend was significantly more than that. It's not looking great. So it'll make its money back for sure. Let's see what is it? I mean, the budget was a 180, right? Let me go back. Wrong screen. Budget's 180. It's gonna make that money back. It's not gonna, but compared to Dominion, it's possible it might make less money than Jurassic Park, the first one.
Yeah.
So
I already forgot how much it made.
It's not
possible.
The end of the world. It's not. I wouldn't quite say it's a franchise killer, but it's not good news. And that's what you get for having 2 movies that sucked in a row. So
3.
I have absolutely zero
3
desire.
Movies.
I mean, I think Jurassic World was okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's Fallen Kingdom, Dominion, and Rebirth.
No, but
before 2. Yes. Okay.
oh my gosh, you're so stupid. Do you speak English?
Yes. I did.
Do you
Sometimes
speak it?
I wonder. Okay, got it.
Point of the story is, it's not performing super well. I don't think they'll lose money on it, but they're not going to make the money that they want. And with budgets being insanely expensive now, bad news. Bad news bears.
Yeah.
Like, I have zero desire to see this movie. I'll only see it if you guys force me to. And the Angry Mexa said, yeah, but Scarlett Johansson's in it. And so that's why he's seeing it. And he's going with friends. So
I don't know if that doesn't make me want to watch it anymore.
No,
I'm not a huge fan of her.
It's not enough for me. It was enough for him. But, you know, if you go with friends, you can... I would go to see bad movies with people, you know.
Oh, yeah. We watched...
Yeah, no, the chart does not take inflation into account at all. So, it's not... I wouldn't say it's intentionally misleading. Like, we get inflation's a thing.
Inherently misleading, perhaps. So, taking that into consideration, Jurassic Park made a lot more profit.
I mean, but you can do that. You can go. The problem it makes comparisons harder though. Like, you can change it to. I don't know if you can do it in this chart. If you can do adjusted for inflation, but if you go to like the big ones, like daily records, you can filter out and have it adjusted for inflation. I wouldn't say deliberately, and but yes, you do have to take into account inflation's a big deal. F1's doing not as good as Dominion, but it's not doing horribly either. But it's not good for. Oh, they don't have the budget reported. They said it was like $200 to $300 million to make this movie. It was very expensive. It needs to do really well. It's doing okay.
But it needs to do really well.
And this is week 2. This is week 2, right?
Yeah.
The opening was a little bit low. Oh, this one. It's at what Dominion Rebirth is at right now. So I haven't seen this one yet. I've heard really good things though, and I kind of want to see it soon.
I haven't seen it either.
There's your box office update. Let's see. Let me catch up with these these chats. Your dad brought you to see the original as a surprise after Dr. Disappointment Man. Oh man! After after I thought you were talking about a movie. After a doctor's appointment that you had, I was like, "What movie starts?" Dude, I love Jurassic Park. It's one of my wife's favorite movies. Elliot, my son, loves them. I don't think he's seen all of them, but he's seen the first one, and it took him a couple times. He started trying to watch it when he was like 7, and it was just a little bit too scary. He had to stop, but he's seen it now. Yeah, Jurassic Park is a classic. It will never, it's a perfect movie, and the CGI is flawless because they hid most of it in darkness, and they knew what looked good and how to make their limited technology look good, and it holds up. Absolutely holds up.
And I think the darkness makes it more cinematic as well, because you can't see as much of the dinosaur, and it makes them feel bigger and scarier.
Deliberately, it's not. It's not trying to mislead people, Salty. We know that inflation's a thing. I said, look, these older movies made more.
Yes, it is.
Per capita, okay?
Salty's
per
being
capita. Salty. It's not. You can filter for adjusted for inflation. Salty. You can do that. No, my wife is not pregnant right now. But she's trying to decide if she's done. She says, "Oh, no more," and then she'll be like, "Oh, maybe one more." changes their mind every day. So if I get 5 super chats, that might push her over the edge. Dude, the numbers is one of the... Look, if you're talking about box office mojo, absolutely. The numbers is actually one of the good ones. If I had more people on the panel, I could let you guys waffle for a bit.
Waffle.
And find the adjusted for inflation charts. What horrible, unwatchable crap did we watch this week? So I watched a lot of Foundation, which was quite frustrating. We've got Murderbot, the 9th episode, which is it's basically the finale. The 10th episode is sets up the next book and is like the aftermath. But episode 9 is the climax of the story, right? Which is pretty good. And if Mexa comes back, we can actually talk about Rebirth. And then, it was just a whole bunch of... I finished season 1 of Foundation. I'm like halfway through season 2, and we have to talk about that. That's it. That's all I was able to watch. I did a lot of reading. I'm almost finished with Path of Daggers. Let's see, what am I at? 80%? 80% of the way done with Path of Daggers. I've done a lot of yard work this week, and that was feeling real good. So I think the Nerdporio Lifeform is almost done as well. Not almost done. He's trying to finish this weekend. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't. I didn't get any Kings in. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't watch any more Salty Roast either. I'll get on that. I promise. Netflix dropped all of season 2 of Sandman at once, and it's a total abomination. DEI hell. Yeah. I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I really liked the first half of Sandman season 1. It was really cool. And then the second half was like the gayest crap I've ever seen in my life. It just does a 180 and says, okay, this story is about gay stuff now. And I was like, nope. I don't even think I finished season 1. But man, that started off really cool. Not touching season 2 with a 20-foot pole. Did you watch anything else, Charles?
I pretty much just watched Murderbot and 28 Days and 28 Weeks.
Charles was catching up on the zombie flicks, so we can talk about those for a little bit. But I also watched Killers of the Flower Moon because my wife wanted to spend time with me, and she'd read the book and said, "Hey, let's watch the movie." And wow, that what a bummer! Great, fantastically made movie. Martin Scorsese is a master of the craft. Wonderfully made, but what a horrible story. Holy crap.
What is this?
It's about white people being bad. It's a true story. That's the thing. You know, it's an actually true historical story about how a group of Indians, the Osage Indians, found oil on their land, became instant, billionaires, and then weren't very good at managing their money, and some bad guys came in and murdered them and took all the money from them. Basically, that's the story. The feather not taught. It's an absolute bummer. It is a horrible story. Really well written, though.
As in tragic.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good movie. Way too long, though. It was 3.5 hours. That's too long for a movie. I think it would have made a good TV show.
Well,
I think if you're going to have it longer, go for a TV show. I think it could, they left a lot out of the book too. It would have made a good TV show if you wanted to keep it that long. If you wanted to make it a movie, though, you could have cut a lot of that out. It was all good stuff, but man, it was too long for a film, And I enjoyed watching all of it. You could have cut out easily an hour. it would have been a little bit more of a struggle. Maybe you could cut out even an hour and a half, but I enjoyed it all. It's a good story. Yeah, Brendan Fraser's in like maybe like 5 minutes of the movie.
I don't know.
He comes
I
in with
like
very.
him.
He's
I
really
wish
good.
he
No,
was
he's really good. He's
in
really
more
good in the
stuff.
role. He's in like the last
Yeah.
tiny chunk.
I see. I've been meaning to watch The Whale as well. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, that is kind of what Scorsese's known for. They're not always 3.5 hours long, though, right? It was. Yeah.
Anyways, interesting. Is there a lot of action, or is it just a lot of?
It's not. There's no action.
So, because I was going to say,
Zero
because
action.
RRR is 3 hours long as well.
No.
It feels to me, it feels like a short movie. RRR.
Yeah,
Even though it's
a good one.
because the action is so good and it's every scene and it's awesome.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's just.
it's
drama.
it's slow. It's it's about suspense and.
Yeah.
It's not even really suspense. It's more just like depression.
Drama.
It's a very sad movie. I haven't seen The Irishman. I heard that one was super long too. Departed isn't 3.5 hours though, and Departed you know
Pride and Prejudice.
every single scene is just
That's a long one.
something to chew on. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think they could have made it shorter or longer. Make it longer. Go ahead. Make a TV show. Speaking of AI videos, yeah. All the Sasquatch videos. You want to watch another one of those, Charles?
I have seen some of those. Yeah, I mean, sure, we can watch them.
Okay, let me
I've
share the
seen them
sound on
on
this one because it's cool.
my feed, and they're pretty funny.
Mark sent me one that I'd already seen before he sent it to me, but
Oh
thanks
my
for sending
goodness.
it anyway. Let's share this one. This one's pretty good. I will say
This is a Wait. What is
What?
this?
this is
Is
complete.
this
This is
a
AI
Sasquatch
gen.
video?
No.
It's just an
Sasquatch
AI.
is an account. No. Sorry.
Got it.
People are making AI videos of Bigfoot, like vlogging.
Right.
That's what he's saying. So the what AI is not good at right now is continuity. So like
Yeah.
these shots all look good, but like if you actually wanted to make this into a film, it would be an absolute mess. The entire film would feel like you're watching a trailer. So it's really good at making trailers that look awesome and short videos like this, but like doing it's hard to direct AI right now. But
Yes.
that's what I'm most excited about is being able to do like, cardboard productions and then filling in the gaps with AI doing the background stuff, like changing their clothing into sci-fi, just having AI, replace a real arm with a robot arm, and like saving like this is going to be the decade of independent film. Okay. So it's still lacking a lot. It's doing crazy impressive stuff, but what it lacks is like once we can integrate this with human input too, like if we can augment and mix together, there's like
And
the sky
increase
is the limit.
continuity as well. Then yeah, absolutely.
Wait, what is going on? Falling in love with Jewish girls. What is going on? Michael Madsen passed away. Who's Julian Man? The falling in love with Jewish girls was funny. What is going on? I don't know what's happening. I haven't seen that one. Okay. Anyway, so look, this is great. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Okay. This looks phenomenal. It like just the progress AI has made in just like the last month is scary. Like it's exponentially increasing in what it's able to make.
What this is a trailer for something?
No, it's just someone making their
Okay,
own
so it's not
thing.
Okay.
No, it's not a trailer for anything. But it looks like a trailer because every
Right.
shot is like, a couple seconds long.
Wow.
See, that like looks great, and then that one scene, once they fall into the pit, I would want the nose to start diving just a little bit.
Yes.
So that's where you get a teeny bit of uncanny valley there. You're like, oh. It kind of loses a teeny bit of real, but like looks fantastic. But once you can get like, once you can tweak stuff like this, oh boy, this looks great.
We're gonna be able to, I'm sure.
Right.
We'll be able to.
It's gotten a whole lot better with continuity of like individual characters as well, like being able to recreate the same face.
Yes, I've noticed that actually. It's really
that used to be
good.
a big flaw, and it's gotten a lot better at being able to do that.
I think DJ Ronnie, I think it would just look cooler.
No, yeah. No, I don't want it to point down. I just think the physics, the way that is shaped, it would dip just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't.
I think it would look
down.
I think it would be more cinematically pleasing. If that makes sense.
Let's see. Sorry, did I miss something? Okay. The water there is incredible.
I'm looking at it.
You get like the murkiness and the clearness where it's shallow. That's really, really well done.
Is that what I think it is?
Talking still a little.
I mean, that wasn't bad though. Hold on.
This is
okay.
there. You know,
that
it gets a little silly there. The sword changed length halfway,
and I think it changed the design.
Yeah. And now it's a completely different sword, and it looks weird the way she's holding it. But the hands still need work. But man, these are and then that's
something completely different. Wow.
There are 5 holy blades that grant immortality and the strength of 100 men.
This looks better than Foundation, and I think Foundation looks good. So.
Foundation does look good. I mean,
just these 2 shots, right? These 2 seconds, right?
I noticed that the spaceships were kind of moving wonky in the first shot.
Right, but you get what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Like this looks like a trailer for
Yes,
because that's all it's able of.
I was watching Corder Crew's video on teaching their mothers how to spot AI scams, and one of the things that it said is that AI right now can't do long videos. Wait a minute, is that just?
This is just that's Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Wow, that's great.
Oh, there you go.
But
I can't wait to have AI slop with poor storytelling that costs the studios pennies, as opposed to the current real actors with poor storytelling. Yeah, obviously,
here's the
Hollywood
thing,
needs to die. Okay, but it's going to enable independent filmmakers to do incredible things too.
Like we're already seeing that, the House of David. There are going to be people who use AI to create good stories. I mean, and they used AI throughout the entire show. It wasn't just that one episode in the very beginning of it.
That's crazy.
That is. But there is going to be a lot of schlop, I'm sure.
See, I don't think you should even bother doing that. Like film the actor, crying.
Yeah.
And then have AI do the explosion stuff behind him, Once we can mix the mediums, holy cow.
Absolutely. So this is 100% AI, and that's why it struggles a little bit, and you just got to mix the technology.
Wait, that looks like the guy from Foundation too. What's his face?
You think that he
Salver
took
Harden's
scenes from
boyfriend.
Foundation, maybe?
I think some of the aesthetic is kind of inspired by it, but that's silly.
Okay.
That's silly right there.
It is.
The physics don't
Yeah.
make sense. It just disappears. Look.
Wait.
The railing breaks and then disintegrates.
Oh yeah.
It stops existing.
Yeah. And it's not really clear what it's breaking from. It's just falling apart.
I mean, wow.
It looks amazing. Wow. Yeah.
Needs work still, but it's getting there.
I'm pretty sure House of David was greenlit.
Oh, Mark. Oh no, we know it's been greenlit. They got a bigger budget too for season 2, for $199. Thanks, Mark Lock. Have we heard season 2 of House of Dragon? I don't.
Oh, I thought that was House of David.
House of David. No, it is House of David. Hot D. There's a T if it's House of the Dragon. House of David. I think it's supposed to come soon, like maybe the end of this year. But someone was saying it was coming out like next month, and like that can't be accurate at all.
There's no way it comes out next month. I would love it.
I haven't seen any official announcement, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but what we do know is the Bear's been renewed for season 5. Yeah.
Still have to watch episode 2.
I'm excited, baby. It was up in the air for a little bit. I mean, it was pretty. They were pretty.
How's it been performing? I guess. Wait, do they have?
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't looked at the numbers for their performance at all. I don't know if Hulu is very open with their numbers, but I could check.
I'm curious.
I'm excited. I love this show. It's very good. More news. Sorry, this isn't news yet. I gotta clown on somebody real quick. So we're seeing Superman.
Yeah.
This weekend on next show. I'm gonna be watching the movie literally right before the show. I will have maybe a 30-minute buffer to get home. So it will be fresh in my mind, but it's the only time I could see it next week. But I just wanted to make fun of the DCU brief real quick. Oh wait, was this the right one? They might have edited this. Hold on. James Gunn begins... Oh, no. James Gunn's DCU begins next week. Wrong. This is wrong. Not true. Yes.
I thought...
It started with Creature Commandos.
Flash. Oh.
The DCU reboot started with Creature Commandos. For some reason, that's the first project that is officially part of the new DCU. And then Superman is the first movie, and then we're going to get Peacemaker Season 2.
Very weird.
Charles, you may ask,
is Flash was part of it though?
Charles, you may ask, is Peacemaker Season 1 part of the DCU?
Is it?
No, it's not. But Peacemaker Season 2 is part of the DCU.
How is that? Okay, here's my prediction. Peacemaker is somehow is the Flash movie part of the DCU?
No,
because I thought that was how the DCU got rebooted. Is because
that was an option, and it was horrible, and so they tanked it.
Okay, then never mind. I don't have
that was the plan. They were going to use that movie as a reboot, but it was garbage, and so they didn't want any part of it.
So he's just rebooting it.
Yes, that was. I think that. Yeah.
Then I don't have a prediction because I was gonna say somehow he gets some dumb explanation of how he crosses into the current timeline.
Who?
Peacemaker. And then that's why Peacemaker season 2
he's given the explanation, and it is stupid. It's that this is going to be season 2 is going to be part of season 1, is going to be part of the DCU. Season 1 is not canon, but what has happened in the DC story building, world building past might be similar to what happened in season 1. But it's not actually canon. It's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. And that's my biggest problem. I don't hate James Gunn. But he's been talking out of his butt this whole time, and he keeps contradicting himself, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense whatsoever.
His whole thing, and that was my biggest problem. Like, I fully understand if you want to start fresh, and you don't, because he got a lot of hate because he didn't keep Henry Cavill. After DC had been teasing him, they brought him in for a cameo in Black Adam, right? And I think there was a shot of him in The Flash as well. There was a shot of the Nicolas Cage Superman as well. But yeah, they used Henry Cavill in The Flash as well, teasing that they were going to bring him back. Now, granted, that was before James Gunn was the studio head. And so when he came in, people were hoping, hey, keep Henry Cavill because we love him. And he said no, because I want this to be a fresh start, not connected to anything from the past. So we need a brand new Superman, and he needs to be younger. And then he cast someone who's like 3 years younger than Henry Cavill. So that was a lie when he said Superman needed to be younger. And he said Batman needed to be younger too. He said Batman needs to be younger. And then he announced, we're making Batman the Brave and the Bold, which is a story that happens when Batman is old. So that didn't make any sense. And then the whole premise of this needs to be completely disconnected was thrown out the window when he said, well, except for my favorite characters, because I made the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, and I want to keep them. So season 2 will be canon, but season 1 isn't.
It makes no sense.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. And that's what he's been trying to do. Just lying, contradicting himself. And that's why I'm terrified for this movie.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
I want this movie to be great. I want to love it. I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be garbage. And I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope it's not.
Mark Clark.
I wonder how hard it's not expensive. I mean, you'd have to pay for it. I mean, it's not expensive compared to, how much it costs to make a movie. But some of the AI video training mod, they're not free. It's quite expensive for like an individual. But yes, any
some of
Joe
it is
Blow
open
can
source.
do it.
Some of it's open source. So if you know how to kind of put it together, you can get the open source stuff.
Yeah, but that's not any Joe Blow. So you have to be really smart.
Right. You're right.
Or you have to pay for a service that will do it for you. And then you literally just type in, hey, do a prompt. You can feed them like a face. You can train a face and say, create this character. But yes, absolutely. If you have a little bit of money, any Joe Blow can just type in, hey, make me a sci-fi show that looks a little bit like Foundation and has a sword that glows. And you'll get the video that you just saw. Another season of The Bear. Mark. The Bear is wonderful. Go eat your cake. Don't clown on the bear. So yeah, I just this is wrong. The DCU has already begun for some reason. The first project was Creature Commandos. I think I watched one episode and I was like, I'm good. I am good with this. Like, he's such an egotistical
James Gunn. Yeah.
He's in the credits. Like, he animated himself in the opening, like the theme song for the Creature Commandos. Yeah, it ends with him, and James Gunn is the writer, and it shows him typing on his keyboard, being like, I'm a genius. I'm so good. You're like, what is this? It's very... Also, Clayface is not part of the DCU. That's Elseworlds. At least last I heard, Clayface was Elseworlds. So they're just wrong about everything here. And I'm pretty sure Swamp Thing is gone. No more Swamp Thing. So, and the Authority has been pushed back too. And the Brave and the Bold has been indefinitely pushed back. And Sergeant Rock, I think that's the one that they just canceled completely. And Teen Titans, who knows? But Peacemaker Season 2 drops next month. That'll be fun. Not.
Yay. I didn't even finish season
These are the only
1.
two that are confirmed. Peacemaker Season 2, Lanterns we're getting for sure. The rest of these, there's nothing confirmed about it. Season 2 of this. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. I finished the first episode, but it wasn't good. 2 minutes into Creature Commandos. Creature Communistos, yeah. It was a dumb show. It was like, oh, we can be edgy because it was being edgy for the sake of being edgy, thinking it makes you cool, you know?
Trying to get the same hype that Invincible did, maybe? I don't know.
Trying to figure out if you liked season 2, episode 8 or not. I've only really enjoyed the hour-long family dinner episode, which is episode 7, I think. The rest has just been easy since it's short to watch. I think season 2 is the best season. I think it's my favorite season of The Bear. So, but that's me. I'm a simp. I started watching the show, and I will keep watching The Bear even if it gets bad. I'm attached to the show. It makes me happy how sad it makes me. I just eat it up. I love The Bear. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna have to check it out then.
Apparently they did some screenings and decided to cut a scene where the bad guy does a bad thing because people didn't like seeing him kick a dog because James Gunn has no balls. So
that's what makes the bad guy good, is when he does things that the audience doesn't like.
I'm not excited for Crypto. I know some people think it's going to be fun.
No.
I think Crypto's going to ruin the film.
I think people are going to love it. I think it is going to be popular because of Crypto, but I think it's going to make the film bad. I do not want.
The opening weekend is going to be huge.
Absolutely.
And it's also going to be very telling.
Yes.
And if this movie is good, I will sing its praises. I want to love this movie. From everything I've seen, though, I think it's going to be garbage.
Yeah.
So, Dune Messiah is filming Monday. And I really hope they fix Chaney, because that's the only problem I had with Dune Part 2. I love Dune Part 2. Really hated the Chaney changes. Still going to watch the heck out of this one, though. Denis Villeneuve. Oh, he's making the next James Bond movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep, with Amazon MGM. He
still
has been hired
James Bond
after.
movies.
I think he's doing it right after Dune Messiah. He's doing James Bond.
Dang. Do we have any
Superman
information
is
on that?
made for unmarried high BMI. Hey, that's me. I'm high BMI. Okay, I'm fat, and that's bad. I know. Not that next
Leftist white women.
no. So what happens if I'm one of three? One out of three of those things.
Here's the thing: Superman can be
007 is a
good.
bad call. Well, the problem is Amazon, not Denis Villeneuve. I don't think. Who do you think would be a better director? I'm actually kind of concerned because I love Denis Villeneuve movies, but he's pretentious as heck, and I don't know if that's the best fit for a 007 movie. You kind of want him to be a little bit fun, you know? My mom says I'm just big boned. Yes, she does. I'm not fat. I'm not fat, guys. I am big boned, but I'm also fat. Okay?
Oh my goodness. It was
You can be both of those things.
well, yeah.
Very excited for more. Oh, why isn't that coming up? Yeah, very excited for more Dune. I want to see Miles. Dude, I would love to see Miles Teg on screen. I still need to read book 6, but man, book 5 is my favorite one. But I would pay so much money to see God Emperor of Dune adapted into screen, because it would be wild, and I would love it. But here's the reason people say God Emperor of Dune is hard to adapt is because it's all philosophy, right? But you could easily add in a bunch of action scenes. Like there is a lot of action happening in the story off screen. So just show, if you want the movie to be more exciting, show some of those scenes. And there's a crazy fight scene. Not really fight scene, but action scene at the end where the giant godworm starts rolling around on top of people, splattering their bodies onto the pavement floor. Like, I want to see that, please. That's exciting. If that's the only action scene in the movie, I'm already sold. But I realize you need to make it more exciting for normies.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be very hard to adapt the God Emperor of Dune. So it's confirmed we're getting Children of Dune, though, right? I know Villeneuve is probably not involved because he said he only wanted to do the first 2. But I'm pretty sure they've said, yeah, we're going to keep making these movies after Dune Messiah. So that's just one. If we get
just a quick Google search says yes, it's been confirmed.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show. So
Sorry,
he's said before they announced that they were going to make more and they were planning on making Children of Dune. Villeneuve said that he was out. He probably still is out, but if they pay him enough money, maybe he'd come back and direct Children of Dune.
Maybe
nothing set in stone in Hollywood,
maybe.
Right? But yeah, he has said he only wants to do the first 2. So someone else is probably going to come in and make Children of Dune, and then we're just one green light away. We're just one studio executive away from seeing God Emperor of Dune turned into a movie, baby. Yes. Miles is better than Paul. 100%. 100%. I love Miles in book 5. So good. Christopher Nolan or Christopher... Oh, Mission Impossible Part 1. Okay, yeah, I think Christopher Nolan's kind of pretentious too, but he's also he can play well with studios, right? With we've seen the Batman movies. Like I think he's kind of moved on from that though. He's kind of like he can do anything he wants now, so he's going to do what he wants. I can't see him signing on to do a 007. But Villeneuve is kind of in the same boat as well. Like his studio's going to greenlight anything he wants to do. But yeah, I am slightly worried that he's not the best match for 007. I'm gonna watch it, and I hope it's good. They cast grown-up Leto and Ganima for Messiah, so that was a big clue that they're doing children. Yeah. That casting information was interesting. That one of them is Jason Momoa's kid, right? And you're like, well, so why does he look like another character in the movie instead of the character it's supposed to look like? Who knows? And that might just be... That could literally just be an end credits scene, right? Guess what? We're going to make another movie, I doubt they'd be involved because they're literal babies at the end of the story. So, yeah, Bond is femme fatales, gadgets, stunts, not cinematography and mood. And that's the biggest criticism of the Daniel Craig era is it's style over substance. And they were less fun. Although I think Casino Royale is a fantastic movie. But the rest have been okay. Skyfall was pretty good. It kind of didn't feel like a Bond movie, though. I enjoyed Skyfall. It doesn't really feel like a Bond movie. Yeah. I 100% agree. I think the rest are very lackluster. Because I thoroughly love Casino Royale, though. I think it's a fantastic movie, and I think it's a pretty decent Bond. I think it was a pretty good start, and then it just didn't go the right direction. But what's his face is my man. I wanted to see more of. Everyone hates him, and I thought he was a great Bond. The one right before Brosnan. What was his name? Bond. He only got 2 movies.
I haven't seen many Bond movies.
Timothy Dalton. I loved Dalton. I loved Timothy Dalton as Bond. Those are, I think, two of the strongest Bond movies too. They were fantastic, and it was a shame that he was replaced with Pierce Brosnan, who was way too campy. They pivoted, they swung really far left onto the. This is just silly now with the Pierce Brosnan face. Again, which started off okay. GoldenEye was fine, and then just got sillier, and then they went all the way to the other side of the pendulum with too serious Bond with the Daniel Craig. It's got to be right in the middle of a little bit fun, a little bit silly. So my 2 favorite Bonds are the ones who got the least movies: George Lazenby and Timothy Dalton. 3 Bond movies out of like the 30 that exist. If they put Zendaya in Bond, I'm going to become Amish. That would be the meme, right? If we
what if we get
would we get like Timothy Chalamet Bond or or worse, her boyfriend, right? Tom Holland Bond. That would not work at all.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway,
but that hasn't stopped him before.
Yeah, it was too James. Absolutely. Yeah. Dalton is the best. Nice. Dalton brought us a young Rosamund Pike in literally the worst Bond movie of all time. Die Another Day. Yes. That was Halle Berry and Rosamund Pike. He bangs both of them.
Nice.
She looks good in that movie. Okay, yeah, I'm excited, a little bit worried. I think it's going to be a good movie though. And please give me God Emperor of Dune. So this article got me really upset because we were supposed to be watching The Hedge Knight already. We were supposed to be watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It was supposed to release 2 weeks ago. And then like a week before they announced, oh, oops, it's not coming out until 2026. And so then this article came out and they said, oh, the spin-off series gets a release date and filming update. Hey, Charles. Ask me. Say, oh, when is the release date?
Oh, when's the release date?
I have no idea because it's not in this freaking article.
It just says, hey, there is a release date.
No,
we're not going to tell you where it is.
It says in the title, it gets a release date and then never talks about it. It just says 2026, which is what we already knew. This is not a release date. Sometime in 2026. I hated that movie. didn't like Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
I think that was a bad adaptation, but I enjoyed that movie as a separate thing from the games.
I thought it was way too silly. It felt like Pirates of the Caribbean. It felt like the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie, where it was just like ridiculous.
The third Pirates of the Caribbean.
It lost all the charm. Sorry, I should say the fourth or fifth. The fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
It wasn't as good as the others. I had the same thought. Like it felt very Pirates of the Caribbean.
Reports
I'll be right back. I gotta
suggest that the release window could be sometime in 2026. This is as far from a release date as you could possibly get. The other news is that the reason it was delayed is because they're doing reshoots. I don't know why. I don't know what for. Maybe some of the, reactions they got weren't what they wanted, or maybe they're trying to integrate more House of the, make it into more of a cinematic universe thing, but they are doing reshoots. Who knows how extensive they are? Man. This book was really good, so I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. I hope they don't make it stupid and woke. Is this article from Screen Rant? You would think. No, it's a new Screen Rant. It's Superhero Hype, a website dedicated to news about superheroes, writing an article about medieval fantasy. So. You watched half of Uncharted on your flight last year. Yeah, I've heard my parents really liked Uncharted. It just didn't work for me. It just felt too silly. I don't think his performance was horrible, Tom Holland, but it just didn't look like Nathan Drake to me. But I'm also not super invested in the franchise. I'm not a huge Uncharted fan because they were PlayStation exclusives. Never had them. Neil Druckmann is out. Fired from writing season 3. Still works for Naughty Dog. He's going to focus on writing that gay game, Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet, because they don't want him involved with season 3. So, cool. Will it... Am I going to watch season 3? Heck no. But it's fun to see Neil Druckmann get screwed. I think I watched 2 episodes of season 2 and couldn't get any further than that. It was too much of a chore. 28 years later, the sequel, The Bone Temple, drops in 28 weeks. I didn't know they were doing this, but apparently he talked about it in a lot of interviews and thought it would be fun to have the film released 28 weeks apart, which is like 6 months. It's a little bit over 6 months, right? Slightly longer than half of a year. I didn't know the Bone Temple was already filmed, so he must have filmed them, simultaneously. 28 years later and the sequel, but it's supposed to be a trilogy, and I don't think he's filmed the third movie yet. Who knows? Let's see. Is Charles coming back? Relegate it to Charles and Jared. Yeah. I'm surprised Charles kept watching. I'm sure he'll watch season 3. So Charles hasn't seen 28 Years Later, so I'll talk a little bit of spoilers while he's gone. Salty. I get what you're saying, that the message of the movie was about killing yourself. That was part of the story. I don't think it romanticized that at all. That felt the ending of the movie felt like the mom was sacrificing herself for her child to protect her child. I don't know. I liked it. A lot of people are complaining that the movie is a bait and switch, and it kind of is, but it was still good. So I didn't hate the bait and switch. Would I have preferred it if the entire movie was just father and son buddy cop movie? Yes. That was the strongest part of the movie was the beginning, where it was father and son hunting in the woods together. And then there is a big pivot halfway, there's a big pivot after that. But I really liked it. In my defense, I also liked Alien Romulus. So I'm visually impaired. The visuals of Alien Romulus are the best part of the story. I admit the story itself are the best part of the movie. The story itself has flaws. It's not perfect. It's nowhere near as good as Alien 1 or 2, but I think it's better than all of the other Alien movies. I think it's the third best Alien movie. I liked Alien Romulus. And I really liked 28 Years Later. Ralph Fiennes was probably my favorite performance of the movie. I loved his character. I loved the details. I loved everything about his character. I loved his performance. He's crazy, and it was good. I'm really excited to see him in the sequel. I'm really excited to see the sequel. I really liked this movie. There is now, for content warning, there is a lot of zombie nudity in the movie. It's pretty brief. It's frequent, but it's always very brief. Because the zombies are a little bit naked and they're dirty and mostly covered. But none of it was sexualized in any way that I thought was inappropriate.
One scene like that in the first movie.
It makes sense that the zombies are naked. I don't think that the big zombie needed to have a giant dong, though. There were a couple shots where you get a glimpse of his member, and it's a little bit unnecessary. Okay, I think the movie could have put that kind of stuff out of frame. I understand why it's there. Didn't ruin it for me. I personally would prefer if it wasn't there, but I liked. Other than that, really liked the movie. Romulus is terrible.
Compared to the other two,
some 30-year-old alien books right now. Stephen Perry, Earth Hive. Okay, look, I don't know. Romulus just worked. It worked for me. I thought it was a lot of fun. I fully understand it has its flaws. And I agree. I agree. I argued with Albelio for like 3 hours on stream about it, and I agree. All of his criticisms are true, but it didn't affect my enjoyment of the film as much as it did his. That's for cast immersion, I'm sure. Yeah, this movie, I don't know. I can't stop thinking about it. Like I've thought about this movie all week. So I saw it on Tuesday because it's discount day. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So
but in comparison to the other two movies, because those are what I've seen now, and I'm gonna watch this as soon as I can.
This is they don't really compare. It's very different. I don't think it's trying to compete with them. Okay. I don't know. Do I like it better? It kind of depends on.
I think I like.
I think it would. I think it will depend on like where they're going with the rest of the story too.
Uh-huh.
I think it'll depend on the sequels. It could be better. I think. I think 28 Weeks Later is probably still the best one though.
Yeah, I would. I haven't seen it.
If Jesus can forgive us, I'm allowed to like Alien Romulus. Look, Just watch the ending sequence where the ship is crashing into the asteroid belt and tell me it's not just the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen on screen. That looks better than Denis Villeneuve's visuals, okay? Alien is living rent-free in my brain. I need to debate. I should film. I want to debate Salty on this. I want to fight. Let's fight. Let's fight Salty. Let's talk about 28 years later. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Really cool.
All right, check it out.
Oh, I had this one in case Dark Jared was here. Because I was expecting I was waiting to see his response about Iron Man.
I could not finish the first episode. However,
you tried?
I tried. And I just saw that some of the complaints is that that Riri's not in the show as much, so I might watch it again.
I don't think that's correct. She is the show.
So I don't know.
But like,
verify that.
The entire show, she just spends the whole show just crapping all over Tony Stark. And her big thing is, if Tony Stark was a millionaire, he wasn't that good of a person. If I had that much money, that money's the only thing holding me back. If I had all that money, I'd be just as great as him. This literally, look, listen to the line in the show.
Do you think Tony Stark would be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire?
This is a great edit. Do you think he would have been himself if he wasn't a billionaire?
Do you think Tony Stark would be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire?
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scrap.
Oh my goodness! This makes me want to watch Iron Man because it's such a good. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Man,
it's literally
not comparable.
One of the most well-known lines of the Avengers movie is. Take off the suit. What are you? A billionaire, playboy, philanthropist? What are you? It's one of the best lines in the movie. He's nothing without his suit. He's nothing without his money. Do you remember Iron Man 3, perchance? Where he takes down a group of terrorists using things he got from the Hobby Lobby? Like...
Ironheart is just entitled. The thing is, she gets money to build a suit. She builds the suit, and then she assumes the suit's hers as well. I thought I was freaked out because she just walks out. She loses her tenure or something, and she steals the suit, claiming that it's hers, even though it wasn't.
It was the university paid for it.
And then this made no sense. The suit recognized that she was expelled, and it would no longer respond to her. And
it wasn't. She didn't make the AI. The AI was made by her university. Yeah.
But this was just another retarded thing that in the design of the suit, because it doesn't like fly her back and return the suit. It disintegrates, completely destroys the suit.
It destroys the technology instead of returning it to its owner. That's so stupid.
It is awful. That's when I stopped. I was like, this show is awful. This is bad. I don't like the character. And she hates Iron Man. She hates her namesake. Not her namesake. But, like, obviously she's the new Iron Man. But she just hates... Anyways, I didn't care.
The theater was quiet when I went.
Wasn't Ironheart supposed to be Pepper or something?
No. Ironheart's always been Riri. And the comics also failed miserably. No one bought them. Okay, no, I 100% agree. It was dumb that the cocoon was just in the middle of the wreckage because it was like a nuclear explosion at the end of that movie, right? But then the rest of the movie was really good. I agree. It's a plot hole and it's stupid. But it was fun. Made no sense. 100% agree. I 100% agree with you. And it didn't have Sydney Sweeney in it. Would have made the movie better, for sure. Sydney Sweeney should have been the creepy, long legs human alien at the end. That would have been fun. Did you send this one to me or did David?
I didn't send many things.
It's time to admit that most of Marvel villains are right.
I did not
No.
send this. No.
Thanos? No.
Thanos was.
What's a
I've heard that
villain?
argument so many times, and that's retarded.
Yeah, it's absolutely stupid. I don't want to read this garbage. This is the Mary Sue. It sounds like it's written by the Mary Sue. This was David, right? Not you?
It was not me, so it must have been
Unfair
him.
treatment, prejudice, and social justice. Where?
Oh, is this?
I was just talking about the comics. Killmonger. So terrorism is the answer, guys.
These guys
Frank
are
Castle
people who
isn't
loved.
a villain.
These guys loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
The Punisher isn't a villain. He's an anti-hero. That doesn't...
They literally.
Magneto? Oh, because it's a metaphor for black people.
guys don't understand.
Magneto, you don't understand.
A villain can
Can be understandable without being
Yes.
correct.
Yes,
And that's what
absolutely.
Magneto is. You understand his position, and you also, if you're not a psychopath, understand that he's wrong.
And I think he's a great villain because of that. He's got a really good motive. I mean, good motive.
The thing, well, no,
but he's wrong.
So
He's clearly the villain.
he is. The problem is he's right about the problem, but he's wrong about the solution.
The thing is, that is the core of liberalism. They're fantastic at finding problems, but because the conservatives are a little slow in accepting and acknowledging the problems, they always offer up the first solution, and their solution is dog water. And it's
So they're doing the
usually worse than
Thanos solves overpopulation, resources, or he could have just Thanos snapped in more resources.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
Stupid.
Just a
I can't
dumb
weigh in
argument.
on Namor because I didn't watch that horrible movie. So
What's Namor from?
Black Panther 2, or sorry,
Oh, no, I didn't watch it either.
Black Panther's sister 2. What a horrible article. Everyone, this is great. Everyone likes to agree with villains until it's their own family that gets killed. Every time you see a building destroyed, car smashed, that's a dead person. Do they care if the villain's philosophy was correct? This dude's based. Good on him. Yeah, these people are idiots. I mean, these people are smart.
Yeah,
every single one of them.
Based.
Punisher's not. They're all clowning on them.
Yeah.
These guys are great. These guys are morons.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's a woman. Okay.
Well, you don't know.
Did you send this? This was David, wasn't it?
Probably. Yeah.
It was David. I'll save it for next week. Where did it go? What the heck? Why did I do that?
Did you close it?
No, sorry, I just
Close
extended
on?
onto my screen. Oh, right. This was the context. We already talked about this. They've been singing in front of the headquarters. It's embarrassing. It's quite embarrassing. Did they have a video? I don't care. I don't care. I don't like these people. I don't want to talk about them. I had to do it. So Lesbian Nerdy is a infamous Wheel of Time shill. She's been reposting our good friend Dane Bornhold's tweets because she doesn't realize that he's being facetious. He has an alternate account. It's a Fipsy the dog or something like that, where he's using their hashtag. Oh, WAD is so good, but he uses each post as an excuse to showcase something horrible about the show, but he pretends that it's a
Yeah.
great thing. He's like, oh, the show did this so good. He's been retweeted by Lesbian Nerdy like 5 times and a whole bunch of show shills. So she's an idiot. And just to illustrate that point, Fitzy the dog is a natural treasure. Yes. He's been doing so good. Just to illustrate her utter stupidity, this is what she had to say about Queen Morghese. Not a hero, not a villain, but unforgettable. Morghese Trakan's a brief but brilliant appearance shows why the Wheel of Time deserves more seasons. Do you remember what Morghese Trakan did in the TV show, Charles?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't watched it. She murders children.
Oh, yeah.
Under a treaty of peace. She
Does
wins
that make it worse?
She wins a secession. Not even a violent secession.
Yes, it
The oops, my lightsabers are telling me that they're finished charging. She wins a secession war. It's not even a war. It's all political maneuvering to determine who's going to be the next queen. She wins the secession, and while she's being crowned under a banner of peace, she executes all of her opponents and their children, which is the quickest way to get dethroned immediately.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know about the politics
the writers are
in,
retarded, and they thought it was a cool thing. And Lesbian Nerdy thinks that makes her not a villain.
That is not. That's ridiculous. I see. Okay, I can get behind
Child
a villain
murder,
doing
kinslayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember how? Yeah.
Now, like Anakin, that was a really cool scene when he came in and killed the younglings because he became the villain.
That's when he. Yes.
So I think the retarded part about this is that she's claiming she's not a villain. I don't know. Is she a villain in the books?
No, she's great in the books.
Okay, then yes.
They did the opposite. In the secession, a lot of her advisors are advocating that she should murder them once she's won, and she says, "No, that would be stupid. That would get me killed immediately."
Yeah.
So
that's fun.
Yeah.
So is this?
Look,
this seems like a post that would come from Fitzy then, because this is showing the exact reason why the Wheel of Time deserves to be canceled.
It's because they're retarded.
Is Lesby Nerdy an alt count from?
No, she has a YouTube channel.
Okay. Yeah. Never mind. I kind of want to watch the show.
Don't. Here, look.
Do I have to finish the?
Beautiful. I love that the show doesn't shy away from the darker stuff. Leandrin ripping out a child rapist's heart with their bare hands was just amazing. We need more strong women in media. Love it.
Wow.
Oh, he attacked Prophet. He attacked Steve. I didn't see this one. I hear this Steve guy is taking issue with the Save Watt campaign. Why would he be against the show, especially when the character he names himself after is so BA? He's the only one that can fight. I can't believe I missed this one.
Fitzy the dog. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, Charles, you've already been selected to be our designated person who watches The Last of Us Part 3. So we don't have to.
I'm gonna watch The Last of Us Part. I expect it to be better than Part 2 because Ellie's not in it.
Well, and Neil
we'll see.
Neil Druckmann was fired.
Oh yeah, I heard about
he's
that.
not writing season 3.
We'll see.
Oh man, you gotta love Fitzy.
Monday.
They're so good. This is one of the good ones. The saddest thing about the cancellation is why and why we need to save the show is because I need to know what technology they had in the Age of Legends to let Rand's ancestor procreate with his husband. Let's get our answer.
What?
Yes, this is in one of the scenes in Ruidion. You've read book 2 or just 1?
Yes, book 2.
The first. Okay, there's a scene in Ruidion, which is a place you go, and it shows you your past, and every step you take forward, it like jumps a generation back in your past, and so it's a way to get exposition out of the way in the book, really, but it shows the main character important information of how the world collapsed, and maybe what mistakes you don't want to make in the future. And so he keeps jumping into the bodies of his ancestors and seeing what happened to them. And one of his ancestors is gay. And you're like, okay.
I mean, if he had a kid before he turned, I don't know. Yeah, never mind. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Anyway,
and
the point of the story
a good post.
is
I love that. Fitzy.
These are the kind of people that are that the show was made for.
Yes.
I can't ship Moraine with that man, and I'm sorry. And before you ask, yes, I've read the books. Suan is the love of Moraine's life. No. She's very, very straight. They don't care. They do not care about the source material. They have their own headcanon. Moraine is straight in the books. And Suan Sanche...
she's
so straight. They both get married to men.
Yeah. I keep forgetting people's names. That's the
Swan Sanche is the Armerlin seat. Yes.
The Armerlin seat. Yes. Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. Anyway.
I just forgot the name.
This is too big on my screen. Prime Video's latest epic fantasy. You sent this one to me. Prime Video's latest epic fantasy TV adaptation taps a new showrunner following the Wheel of Time's cancellation.
Did I send this to you?
Is it Fourth Wing?
I think so. Oh,
what does this have to do with Wheel of Time?
That's what I thought. It had nothing to do with Wheel of Time. I thought maybe it had the same showrunner from the Wheel of Time.
This would make sense if this was that Gilded that he was going to be the showrunner for, but we haven't heard any announcements, so it probably got canceled. Prime Video's latest, this would make sense if this was God of War, because he got fired from it, and what does this mean? What do you mean a new showrunner following what does this have to do with the Wheel of Time? I'm pretty sure Rafe Judkins wasn't going to be the showrunner for Fourth Wing.
Yeah, makes no sense. I don't know this.
I
read a little bit of this, but Fourth Wing, wasn't that the series that you read?
No, it's a romantasy.
Never mind then.
I'm not gay.
Yeah, I think I confused it.
Charles.
I think I confused it.
I have 4 kids, possibly 5 in the future.
Oh, how's it at?
We're not there yet.
Nope.
How popular is Fourth Wing? Fourth Wing is relatively popular as far as romantasy goes. I am sad. I'm very sad that they canceled the adaptation of A Court of Roses and Thorns, because I was going to force all of us to watch it. It's basically, a fantasy 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
What does this have to do with the Wheel of Time or Rafe Judkins other than the fact that it's being developed by Amazon? This is the worst title in the world.
I think I sent this to you because it emphasized how awful these articles are. I just every single time I see them, I just flames on the side of my head, just heaving.
Your daughter read Court of Thorns, Court
Oh
of
my goodness.
Thorns and Roses, Court of Roses and Thorns, or something like.
How old was she when she
Court
read
of-
it? Court
Talking about
of
Gears of
Thorns
War?
and
I
Roses?
don't know. Rafed himself. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, this is great. This is so good. Hold on. I gotta share the sound.
Okay.
Hold on. No. This one. Share. I love this. Show on stream. Okay. Can you hear?
I can hear it, yes.
This
Oh my
is the Bear, the video game.
My license expires.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
It's
Yes,
so
chef.
it's so horrible.
I'm a cameo character you can unlock later, but no worries. If
Yes, chef.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. You gotta go watch the whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
I love this so much. And I would absolutely play this. I would absolutely play this game.
Whoa.
It's got your heart rate at the bottom.
Slow down. There's no rush here.
Michelin star restaurant critic is here. This could make or break the restaurant. But hey, no rush.
That's great. Wow, this is so bad.
They will wake a sleepy giant if they screw up fourth ring. Is it romantasy? I'm pretty sure it is, right? I haven't read it. I just saw the cover and I assumed, oh, this is another one of those romantasy books. $4.99 for Mark Clark. The kids are just a cover. Alan is Rainbow Brigade all the way. Yes, my wife is my beard. It was her first book series to read. She's 21. I started
How
late
old
too.
she was when she read it? Because I don't know, man.
Great saute, chef.
Great.
Whoa. You heard Carmi, no rush.
I want to play this game. There's a gun.
Okay, you've got to help me out. I've seen the first episode. Okay, what is? I get like its whole. It's.
Okay.
I get that it's
fourth ring
Hell's
is YA
Kitchen,
smut.
but
Okay.
with plot. But what is? What?
Well, because at the beginning of the game they changed it. They changed the difficulty setting.
Yeah.
To the
No rush.
no.
Chicago dogs have taken over the kitchen. If we're gonna survive, we're gonna have to shoot our way out. But no worries.
Standalone episode. Smokes 14 cigarettes. Oh, I love the bear so much.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out because this might have got me to come back to the show.
It's good. It's I think it's one of the best written like dramas out there. I think it's fantastic.
Okay.
And it's it's the food looks tasty the whole time. So anyway, Murderbot was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot we haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah.
Oh. It was a good episode. Yeah,
it was fun. It was a good finale. The climax, not finale.
Absolutely. I think I do want to complain a little bit, just because I know the show's a little bit lower budget, but you can tell sometimes with the acting and just how casual they are. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's a little bit of like the script could be tighter.
Yes.
There's a little bit of waffling.
There is.
And scraped up.
I don't know. Maybe that's just because I'm starting to like the more serious stuff now. I don't know. But I did love it. It was good.
We're absolutely watching Fourth Wing then, right? If it's YA smut, let's do it. Unlike he's not Gene Wilder's kid. I'm so sorry. I perpetuated a lie. Yeah, so
that's crazy that he's not though. That is baffling.
Yeah, I think they're trying to include the human characters just a little too much. They've added a little bit. They haven't really taken anything out of the book. It's a good adaptation in that regard. The human characters aren't that. You don't need that much. They're not that interesting.
I think it's fine. I think I would fix up the human characters. I would make them less annoying. Obviously, we know the one we're talking about. Mm-hmm. But some of the other ones, a little bit of the writing is flippy floppy with the characters.
I think it's been a perfectly acceptable season 1. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
It's not flawless. I think it's the kind of show that can really excel in a second season where they get into the groove.
Absolutely.
They know the character a little bit better. The actor is and book 2 is really good. I really, really liked book 2.
Do you have the audiobooks for
yes,
Shuba?
I have.
I'll check them out. And now I finished a book 2 of Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Probably before
I really and they're really quick too. I've only read the first 2 so far, but I have all of them. I enjoyed the heck out of them. I don't know if we've seen a season 2 renewal. I think it's still up in the air. I mean, they're planning on making a season 2. I don't think it's like officially renewed. You're just like the bear, though, you know. Gizmodo is saying Murderbot and Foundation are getting new seasons, but it's not like it's rumored.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's definitely earned.
But the books
I'll be there to watch season 2.
The books are really popular, and they're gaining a lot of popularity. So I think it's absolutely going to get a second season, and I'm really looking forward to season 2, even though we still have one more episode of this one. It's a cool down episode, you know.
Yeah, I was kind of confused why there was another episode by the end of this, because they solved the issue. Saved the day.
It kind of just sets up the next book, really.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Which
is fun.
I think it's probably going to go over whether or not they report, I guess, Murderbot. Also, whether or not he's still alive.
I mean, yeah, he's alive.
Yeah, he is. But
obviously, but yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot.
Been very fun overall, for sure. The actor did a great job. I love the callback to Garathan's eye contact.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and I thought his plan was all right. It was a good plan as well. It was fun.
And what you said, where like you can tell it's a low budget film. Yes, that's true. They're also using the budget really well, though.
Yes,
like
incredibly
well.
Very well. I meant in the writing and the dialogue and whatnot. Yeah. I would.
It could have used one more pass through the script. Yeah.
Yes, and it also has that sort of thing that some satirical shows do, where kind of everybody's
over the top,
professional. Everybody's unprofessional. I don't know. I felt like it was way too easy to stall them. If they were serious villains, then they would have immediately recognized, oh, he's stalling. We'll kill him. We got to kill him. Especially when he jumped because he thought the bomb was going to go off, and he jumped and took cover, and they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I like that part. Though.
I get that that's the style of the show. Maybe that's just me. It was good. It was good. I don't know.
I enjoyed it.
If every single character's like that, I would.
The bad guys were a little too gullible. I agree.
Although that being said, Garathan doesn't. I don't know. So, Garathan's pretty serious most of the time. I don't know. Kind of speaking out of my armpit, so we'll see.
Yeah. Looking forward to season 2. Really hope it gets renewed. Anything else? Other than Foundation? Ugh. So.
I haven't watched any more Foundation, just the first episode and
well, I finished season 1. And it's so frustrating. It's basically the same. Nothing's really changed. I think there's a lot of good in the TV show, and I want to like it, but it is so frustrating because there's so much stupid in it too. Like the stuff with Empire is 10 out of 10. It's like the way that the season 1 arc ends is phenomenal. Like it was perfection. I loved it. And then the rest of the plot is just retarded.
Yeah, I've seen you guys complaining about the main girl who accesses the vault or whatever. The descendant of the main girl. I don't know their names. But yeah, I immediately disliked her when she showed up on screen.
Hold up. Mark sent me a picture. What is this? This season 2 wig is going to haunt my nightmares from the sand.
Oh my goodness.
Why'd they change her hair?
They changed everything and made it worse.
Yeah, her outfit looks dumb. What
is the Sandman about? I didn't see the show.
Starts off fantastic. Maybe watch like the first 3 episodes and then just stop.
I might watch the first 3 episodes, yeah.
It's about the god of dreams.
Makes
His name
sense.
is Dream, and he gets stuck.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll check it out.
And then it just gets super, super gay. And it completely just ignores it's dumb. Don't watch it. It's not worth it.
I'll watch the first 3 episodes and then
I can't remember how many episodes before it gets stupid, but thanks for sharing that with me, Mark, you jerk. Okay, the point of the story is Foundation sucks. It's the actor for Salvor Harding is just the worst actor of all time. And no, that's not racist to say, because I think that Gail, even despite being gender swapped, is doing a fantastic job. I actually enjoy her character, and her acting is really good. And her, but man, the chick who's playing Salvor, Foundation, what the heck is her name? She's horrible. The writing of her character is horrible, and her performance is garbage. Leah Harvey. Yikes. And her haircut is ridiculous. I can't look at her character and not want to just puke. And they fixed it in season 2. They changed her hair because it was so revolting. It gets wet. So she gets wet and then it droops down and it looks so much better. That's how they change. They don't like give her a haircut. She gets wet.
Oh my goodness.
Season 2, Sandman is canceled. Because Neil, Gaiman got hard canceled.
Oh my goodness. Forgot how bad her haircut is. Holy cow, it's awful.
She's not only the Lord of Evil and now the devil from Sandman 2, for Sandman season 2. She sells Tupperware. I can't tell if this is a joke or not. but it's probably true. Yeah, Foundation is very frustrating. Anytime Salvor Hardin is on screen, it's horrible. And her plot is just complete nonsense. Okay. They go onto an abandoned spaceship. I kid you not. This is a line from the show. They enter an abandoned spaceship that's been abandoned for like 100 years. And one of the persons says, "Oh, the atmosphere is frozen. There must have been a hull breach somewhere on the ship."
Wait, I'm sorry. So the atmosphere is frozen?
The atmosphere inside the ship has frozen because there was a hull breach.
Meaning there's no atmosphere.
They walk into the ship and everything's frozen because there was a hull breach.
So everything would have been sucked out, not frozen.
There would be no atmosphere.
Yes. Okay.
They started filming season 5 of Clarkson Farm. Heck yes. I need to catch up.
I have been watching a lot of Clarkson's Farm.
I'm still on season 3. I haven't watched in a few weeks. I haven't watched since I was supposed to watch Kings.
3.
So
yeah. I was looking at the actress for Silver Harding, and she's one of those people that wears the, I don't know, what do you call that weird hairstyle with like the weird stuff?
A weave? What?
No, it's not a weave. It's worse, much worse than a weave. I think weaves
stuff.
I don't know.
I'm not an expert on like
tiny.
Oh, the tiny little balls where they do little teeny buns. I don't know what that's called, but I hate that look. Yeah,
it is horrible. It is ugly, and she's the type of person that would go on an interview with that hairstyle. So honestly, her hair in the show is an upgrade. And I'm looking at her hair in the show season 2. It's not good, but it's definitely much better.
Oh no, it's. I didn't say it was good. I said it's better.
Yes, it is absolutely better. But holy cow, yeah, she has no fashion sense for hair. And that's coming from me. I love black people hair. I think it's one of my favorite. I love it. There's so much you could do with it, and they do this, and it's why you had. Oh my goodness,
I love black people hair.
I do. I wish. I would if I could. Okay, that's all.
You would have black people hair? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I love it. I hate having.
What do you mean? I would hair. If I could.
I don't know. I don't. It's a wish. I wish I was.
You
black.
wish you were black?
I guess. I don't know.
I wish you were black, Charles. I wish you were black too, so that when you say ridiculous things on my show, you wouldn't get canceled.
Yeah.
But you're Mexican, so you can get a perm. Yeah.
Protection.
Grow it out. Get a perm.
I can.
Get some dreads.
Okay.
Go for some dreads, Charles.
Stop
you can pull it off. You could pull it off. Are we going to braid Charles's hair?
No, I have to stay within.
The next Predator is going to have dreads. Oh, baby. So excited.
Oh.
Okay.
That is exciting.
Anyway, Foundation. Yeah, the plot is nonsensical. They turned the vault into a mystery box, and that's not what it is. It's completely unrecognizable from the books, but like there is something there. Like it's not the worst show on earth. And season 2, I think I'm like through 4 episodes in. It kind of feels like a little bit of a course correction. Because they ignored a large portion of season 1 and they kind of forgot the plot of season 1.
I remember you sent a message.
In the first episode, they kind of like ignore some things, and it feels like they're, at least I hope, it feels like they're writing Salvor Harding like out of the story. And I've enjoyed season 2 much more because she's not in it nearly as much. She's not supposed to be in it at all. She's in the second chapter of Foundation. Oh no, she's also in the third. Oh well, he's supposed to be a man, right? I think he's in the second and third.
They gender
chapters,
swapped both
and then he
Salvor
dies.
Harding and her ancestor.
And Gal Dornick, yeah.
Oh, Gal Dornick. Yeah.
They've kind of relegated her character, and I think it's great because she's awful. But she's hanging out with Gale, unfortunately. Okay, because they jump they jump 150 years between seasons, and her character is supposed to be dead, but because she went in cryo sleep, she's still in the story, and the plot is. Season 2 introduces a lot of concepts from the books. It's still completely unrecognizable from the books, but it kind of feels like they're trying to pull more from the source material. It's just all jumbled up. It's completely jumbled up. They're pulling in some stuff from some of previous. They're pulling in stuff from Second Foundation already, which is the third book. And you're why? Like the weirdest thing for me is that Empire is still involved in the story, and they're supposed to be kind of the book is about kind of the period of time after the fall of Empire. It's supposed to be about the galaxy recovering from the fall of Empire, and instead we haven't even gotten there yet, and they're already introducing stuff from the third book with the mule and with the it's all jumbled up. I still don't hate it. And Lee Pace is great, and the plot for Empire in season 2 looks like it's going to be very interesting. I'm intrigued, and I wish that it was more faithful to the books. And there's no reason to read the books at all. Like it's
they're not connected.
There's not
it's
even
nothing.
It's inspired by. They're bringing a couple this is an idea from the books, but like you just have to completely ignore them.
But there are things that are good. I think.
No, I know what I'm saying.
I Am Legend. There's things that are good that have absolutely nothing to do with the source material. So I guess since I haven't read the books, I think I should be watching the Foundation to give my 2 cents on it, on whether or not it's
that would be nice.
Completely detached from the books. I would likely not like the character, the girl.
She's awful. She's horrible.
Yeah. But I'm becoming desensitized to these annoying characters now, so I don't know if I care.
Yeah, there was like a massive I don't want to spoil it for you, but season 1 ended with them saying one thing, and then season 2 starts with, wait, I thought you said this other thing, but because of this thing, it's like they retroactively said that because of one thing that this person did in season 1, it was actually more than that. I can't really talk about it without you seeing it. So
yeah, I'll watch it. It's
not gonna make sense.
I have a lot of homework this week then, because I've got the Bear, Foundation, and I'll eventually watch the beginning of Sandman, I suppose.
But season 3 is supposed to start next week of Foundation. We'll see. I should be able to finish season 2, and hopefully watch Kings too. It's gonna be a busy week for me though. Yeah. It always is.
Oh, heads up though, I might not be able to watch Superman because my car's in the shop and I have a bike. And
I already bought you a ticket.
I know.
How long is your car in the shop?
I don't know. I don't know the issue yet. It's pretty bad. We'll see. I might have to buy a new vehicle.
Ride a bus. Get
a
taxi. Get an Uber Eats.
I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
right. I might be able to refund it.
We'll see.
Let me know.
Yeah, see, there's literally no Uber, Mark. There's no Uber where I live. It doesn't exist.
Walk.
It's a 30-minute drive. We'll see. Okay, I've got a bike so I can get to work. Okay, if I take the day off,
I already bought him a ticket. I already bought him a ticket to see Superman.
I might have. I'm okay. I could also maybe get a ride. I'll invite a friend and we'll watch it together.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Invite a friend to buy his own ticket. I'm not buying your friend a ticket, okay?
I'll buy him a ticket. There you go.
Anyway,
let's see.
Yeah, Foundation just eternally frustrates me. Yes, you should have a bicycle. You should live on a bicycle. Yeah. Season 2 feels like an improvement. Like it feels like a slight course correction. Because and I hope that it stays far away from Salvor Harding's character. And I hope she dies this season because she's not even supposed to be alive this season. So, one of the new characters introduced who's not in the books, I actually really like. Brother Constant. I think she's. I really like her character. She's entertaining. So I've been enjoying season 2 much more than season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I like some of the aspects that they've pulled in from the books, even though it's still unrecognizable. We shall see, though. Yeah. And it still feels like it's fighting against itself because it keeps saying I think it was episode 4. I just watched it yesterday. They went back to the line where he says the entire in one of the recaps, the entire galaxy is pivoting around the actions of a single individual, you, Raish. And you're like, that's literally the opposite of psychohistory. Like it's so confusing that they keep, and then every episode they'll say psychohistory ignores individuals. So like I don't understand what they're doing. That's what you get when TV shows are written by committee. When you don't have one person writing it. Because it's just one episode. It's that line is in one episode, and it ruins the whole show.
Yeah.
Because they just like weren't paying attention. You're like, oh, I accidentally wrote the opposite from the thing that is the entire theme of the series.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good to have like a committee or a council, but you need to have one guy on top to make the decisions, especially when there's a disagreement.
There's been some very convoluted things plot-wise in season 2, though, that if they're not explained, I'm going to hate, because there's a very one thing they did explain it, and I didn't like the explanation. I thought it was very silly, but there's been a lot of like not quite mystery box stuff, but just like weird things happening without an explanation, and you're like, I really hope that there's a reason behind this and not just like, oh, it's because sciencey wyancy, it's like
mm-hmm.
So continue to be frustrated by Foundation, but I still don't hate it, but I want to like it, and I'm just not. It's a conundrum. We'll see how the rest of season 2 goes and how season 3 starts next week.
I'll have to give my 2 cents next time.
Yeah, because you won't have watched Superman.
I will try. I've already texted some friends, see if they're wanting to watch something in Hot Springs.
All right. Well, was there anything? I think that's it. I think we covered Foundation.
We did Foundation.
Murderbot.
We did
Jurassic World.
We talked briefly about Jurassic World. Mexican never got on to talk about it. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. It'll be a big week.
Oh, no,
it'll be Superman, and everyone will have seen it because I bought them all tickets.
Or
night
you'll get a refund.
I'm out early. You're not out early. We're ending the show. You got trampled by a horse yesterday. Jeez. No damage, just bruises and aching muscles. Well, that's lucky.
Wow. Yeah. Holy cow.
I love... Mark has a new book for me to read. Oh, goodness, Mark. I'm almost done with Path of Daggers, and then it's either more Vorkozigan or Deathstalker. But we'll see. And I still need to read like the next 3 Enderverse books that tie up the whole series too. So,
man,
I haven't read Simon Green. Is that Deathstalker? Is that Simon Green? I think so. Let me see. Personal audio. Yeah, that's Deathstalker. It's on my phone. I've got Deathstalker ready. I think that's the next thing I'm reading, okay? Okay, Josh? Yeah, what's the book? What's the book, Mark? What's the next thing on my list before we end the show?
Sunken Door.
The Sunken Door by Levi Wallace. I will look it up. Okay, Mark? Goodness. Let's do everything you want to do. Looks interesting. All right. See you guys next week when we're talking the final episode of Murderbot. Possibly Foundation Season 3 if we finish. Superman Legacy. And also, I don't think anyone's going to get around to watching Mobland yet. But maybe that's a good thing for next week. But we all have Paramount Plus now because when I bought tickets to Superman, they gave me a big old discount. It was like 3 months for like $4. So we have Paramount Plus for 3 months, and maybe I should force you guys all to watch the For Heaven's Sake, which is hilarious.
For heaven's sake.
Well, see, it's a documentary. It's a serious act. It's not a mockumentary. It's a real documentary made by unserious people. Made by a bunch of comedy YouTubers trying to find out what happened to his like great-great-grandfather who disappeared one day. It's really good.
Interesting.
So we'll see you guys next week. It's been a blast. And we'll have a much bigger panel. So bye.
All right. See you guys.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Subscribe to the channel and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining. So please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.